Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, I've been very busy with work at the minute, but we're back with a weekly roundup, and this week there's been some news with Norwich City, which is fantastic, with Mason signings, and I'll go on to them in a minute. But before we get into this video, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more videos, and also go follow my socials, links to them will be down in the description. Let's get straight into it. So last night, whilst I was at work, Norwich City decided to announce our Buendia replacement, Rashica. I don't know if I've absolutely butchered that name. If anyone could help me pronounce it properly, that would be fantastic. But he's a player that excites me. Didn't have the greatest seasons last season with Werder Bremen. He didn't get too many goal contributions, but the season before, he was prolific for them, and you know, an absolute fan's favourite over there. Fantastic winger. Bit different to Emmy's play style. He's a bit more of an out-and-out winger, someone who'll well, be a bit more direct and be more on the chalks, I guess, and someone a bit quicker, and someone who can also finish, but may not have that sort of creativity that Emmy does offer. But I'm more than excited to see Rashica come into Norwich. 9.4 million was the reported amount. Again, so that's a record signing, and I'm a huge fan of it. Again, it's someone who I don't think we've actually realised coming. No one saw this coming till about an hour before it was announced. It was all kind of out of the blue. Obviously, we've heard about Billy Gilmour, which I'll get onto later. Angus Gunn, who's been announced. I'll get onto that later. And lots of Christopher Asia. Again, the talks are hotting up there, and Oliver Skip, obviously been talks there, and you know, a bit of rumours here and there. But no one saw Rashica coming. Everyone wanted Matheus Pereira or Dan Juma. I still do. I wouldn't be against maybe one of them coming, Matheus Pereira, hopefully. But you know, it's fantastic to see Norwich. You know, this is an ambitious signing. This is what we've been crying out for so many years, and I think we're starting to finally see the puzzle piece itself together now at Norwich City, and it's fantastic. And I'm really excited to see what Rashica can do in the Premier League. Obviously, performed well with Werder Bremen. And there's a lot of clubs linked with him as well. I'll leave a tweet up here that I saw, the clubs he was linked with. You know, it was a ridiculous amount of high-level clubs, you know, playing in the top half of their respected leagues, in the top 5 leagues, in Europe. And he chose to come to Norwich City, so it shows how much of a good club Norwich is, and what it can actually offer to players, and that is better to some of the best clubs in Europe at the minute. So, you know, it's fantastic to see that ambition from the club, and it's a fantastic signing. And we'll move on to the next signing, which was announced this morning as I woke up from my night shift at work. I saw that we signed Angus Gunn. We all saw this coming, by the way, and you know, a lot of Norwich fans aren't too worried about it. It's an initial £2.5 million deal, rising up to 10 million. But I'm a huge fan of it. I think Angus knows what it means to play for Norwich. He's a fan, and I think that will mean so much more. Obviously, he's come through the youth ranks at Norwich as well. And you know what? I'm all for it. I'm all for it, because we do need a good backup keeper, because we know full well that Michael McGovern isn't going to cut it in the Premier League. He just about cuts it in the Championship. So, you know, getting Angus Gunn in is a good signing. He'll play understudies of Tim Krul, obviously, but the fact is, if we need a goalkeeper to rely on, let's say Krul gets an injury. We do know Krul is slightly injury prone. If Krul gets an injury, we have to rely on Michael McGovern. We've got a Premier League proven goalkeeper. Yes, he's conceded 9 to Leicester before, but at the same time, Angus Gunn is Premier League proven. We've got a Premier League proven goalkeeper to come in if Tim Krul does get injured, and I think that's what the difference is with Norwich now. And last time they went up, we're trying to get that squad depth to a Premier League quality, and that's because we want to stay up this time. And it's very clear to see what Stuart Webber is doing now. Yes, we sold Buendia, not a big fan, but the summer is starting to look brighter. If we just bring in a few more players now to kind of, you know, make us Norwich fans a little bit happier now, a striker, a CDM, a centre half, and maybe a few fringe players here and there, something that would look fantastic for me. Yeah, we'll go on to the transfer rumours. Obviously, we've got Billy Gilmour, who the talks have been hotting up, and I believe this deal will happen. It's a loan from Chelsea, which I'm really excited about. And you know, I think everyone saw Billy Gilmour play against England for Scotland before getting COVID. He was fantastic, controlled that midfield, and I think Oliver Skip could do that. And if we're not getting Skip, we need to get Gilmour. Obviously, I was very certain we'd get Skip. I don't know what the talk is there. That's kind of quieted down over the past few weeks. But Billy Gilmour is someone who's, I would say, is better on the ball, maybe not as physical, but is better on the ball and will control that midfield. Maybe we need Gilmour and Skip alongside each other. I'd be a huge fan of that. I know a lot of Norwich fans would be a huge fan of that. But then I think one of them has to be a permanent, and it might be Oliver Skip that'll be on a permanent deal. Because Billy Gilmour is looking to be a loan, and he's a fantastic, fantastic player. And I think if we do need to strengthen our midfield. I think Billy Gilmour is that man to strengthen it. And obviously Christopher Ager, the talks there are hotting up as well. I want to see us sign him. We need a centre half. We need someone to compete with Gibson and Hanley. Obviously Hanley picked up a knock last night in Scotland's last game in the Euros as they crashed out with a 3-1 loss to Croatia. Grant Hanley went off after 33 minutes. So hopefully he recovers before the start of the season. If not, I'd like to see Ager and Gibson play together. But at the minute, it's looking okay for Norwich this summer. Yes, we sold Buendia. Yes, we had that shirt sponsor business. But since then, the things have started to pick up. We've made these 2 signings. Now we've got to build on it. Get Lotus as our shirt sponsor, which I think there's talks of. And we need to sign some more players of Premier League quality and build from there. And I'm really, really excited to see what Norwich City do this summer. With the 2 signings over the past few days, Rashica and Angus Gunn, I'm excited to see what the rest of the summer holds for Norwich City. But that is the end of this week's weekly roundup. If you have enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more videos. Also go follow my socials, and I shall see you guys later.